Virgo rising, here is your February 2024 astrology outlook. Topics this month are the lunations, the Sun, Mars, Venus, and Mercury, the transits they're making, the houses, and how they are affecting you. Now let's talk about the lunations this month. On February 9, there is a new moon in Aquarius, and this is occurring in your 6th house. The 6th house is really where you're concentrated on in regards to what you do on a daily basis, your daily routine, your work and employment, could be co-workers as well. New workers coming into your actual space, or people giving you an opportunity in regards to employment that is going to set you up for something for the future. It's an intellectual house, Aquarius. It's all about the mind and air travel and traveling. So you could be looking at starting new work in a different state or country, or could be thinking about planting seeds for a future holiday when we have February 9 come round. This is the new seeding point, a new beginning. So in your 6th house, you're looking at how to change things up for your future that you do on a daily basis. On February 24, we have a full moon in Virgo, no less your 1st house. And so a full moon is all about emotional release. Something's come full circle here that you're letting go of. So it could be something to do with your personal identity, your physical body, how people see you. You might be transforming here or changing something up that is quite emotionally connected to you. So you might be changing homes, jobs, again, embarking on a different health routine, starting a new form of education, learning something new, but it's quite emotionally charged. And as you know, you're all about purifying and clearing your physical body and your environment. So something here has come to completion on the 24th, and you're ready to step into something new. Onto the luminary now, the Sun. So the Sun has been transiting in Aquarius, your 6th house. So this continues as we open up the month of February until the 18th. So the Sun is illuminating those 6th house topics of your daily grind, what you do for work, service to other people, your physical body and health, even pets. So these are the subjects that are highlighted for you and continue to. On the 18th of February, that Sun is going to ingress into Pisces, your 7th house, no less, which is opposite your sign, and Saturn and Neptune are currently transiting in this sign as well. So when you have the Sun lighting up for the next 4 weeks from the 18th of February onwards, you're more concentrated in agreements, contracts with other people, partnerships and relationships of all kind have a lot more energy and attention drawn to them. And this is where you feel you have vital energy to put into some projects or agreements and contracts with others, really looking at the finer details, how you are connected with other people, and generally enjoying partnerships of all kinds when the Sun is transiting your 7th house. Now we're going to be talking about our personal planets. Now Mercury is your ruling planet. So wherever Mercury is transiting in regards to the house and the topics that they signify, they're going to be important to you, and they're going to be at the front of your mindset. Mercury has been transiting in Capricorn, your 5th house. Your 5th house is all about investments, high risk gambling, athletics and sports, children, your creative flow, what you put into a creative project. This is highlighted here when Mercury is here, your ruling planet. It's what you're really interested in. Could be doing something in the home, looking at being creative in regards to writing or speaking. And also this is a house of joy and pleasure and romantic connections. So with this transit here for you, Virgo rising, this is what's on your mind. You're really fired up and really inspired about setting some real concrete relationships in regards to a romantic partner. really anchoring into a creative project, looking at your investments with a fine-tooth comb, sifting through your finances is something going on here and continues to do so, opening up the month of February. Now, Mercury on the 5th of February is ingressing into Aquarius, and this is your 6th house. On the same day, it's conjuncting planet Pluto. So Mercury and Pluto are starting a new synodic cycle. Mercury in the 6th house is all about intellectual stimulation on a daily basis, what it is you'd like to change up for your future regarding those daily routines, your employment, even starting something new with co-workers, looking at the future and how you can expand personal projects with them. Also to do with your physical health, pets, and just how you like to help and serve other people. Give them a heads up on your own personal experience that's going to be helpful to others. So this looks great for a lot of inspiring communication, documents and written contracts. Here is highlighted in the 6th house for you, Virgo rising, on the 5th when we have this ingress for you. But we're heading off into a new cycle. On the 10th, Mercury is going to be squaring Jupiter in Taurus, and this is your 9th house. So when you have a square aspect between Mercury and Jupiter, this is all about the bigger picture, big goals and dreams for the future. And your ruling planet Mercury is like, I need to know the details. So there could be some contention in regards to legalities. Also, your philosophy and beliefs on life could come into a bit of a strain here, or you're not quite sure, is it in line with your daily routine, your philosophy and what you do every day in your life? Is there something here in regards to foreign or international correspondence or traveling, into interacting with people from different cultures, or a cultural discord here? Something's going on here on the 10th, and this is just a passing transit. Just be aware you might be in a bit of a conflict here on this day regarding your possible employment, workplace, or employees, affecting your 9th house of travel and even higher education. On the 16th, Mercury is going to square Uranus and Taurus, again, your 9th house. So when we have Mercury and Uranus in a square, this could feel like a block or something coming in quite sudden that really disrupts your 9th house of travel, legalities, or again, your spiritual and philosophical outlook on life. On the 23rd, Mercury is ingressing into a different sign. So as you can see, Virgo rising, your ruling planet is moving quite swiftly through the sign of Aquarius and moving into a different sign at the end of the month. So your trajectory on what you're thinking about and concentrating on is changing quite dramatically. On the 23rd, Mercury is ingressing into Pisces in your 7th house. Unfortunately, to be really transparent, Mercury doesn't operate so well in Pisces. It's in what we call detriment. So Mercury isn't firing on all cylinders here. Mercury in Pisces gets lost in the juice. It's enjoying personal pleasure. It's checking out. We're getting lost in the music and art and looking at our spiritual sides of life. And we could be a little bit blurred, or things could be askew. In your 7th house, no less, of partnership and relationships, contracts, agreements, significant relationships could take a bit of a backstage moment here. There could be a little bit of feeling like you're not really connecting as well as you should with other people. But again, here, all I can say to you, Virgo rising, is dot your I's and cross your T's. Look at the finer print regarding documents and contracts with others, and really be clear with communication when it comes to significant relationships and partnerships. On the 28th, your ruling planet Mercury is conjuncting Saturn in Pisces, no less, your 7th house again. So when we have Mercury conjuncting Saturn, this is setting off a new synodic cycle for Mercury and Saturn. So what does this mean? It's about looking at things from a mature lens, being very responsible, looking at the experiences you have and knowing the direction you want to go in regards to connecting with significant partners, relationships, agreements and contracts. So this is a really nice day for not feeling so lost, not feeling disoriented, but feeling quite certain and looking at the bigger picture when it comes to you and other people. Now let's talk about personal planet Mars. Now Mars has been transiting in Capricorn, your 5th house. Now Mars is exalted in Capricorn as a strong placement for this planet. Mars gives a sensation of determination, grit, grind, and inspiration for the future. So in the 5th house, no less, this is all about being really determined to look at an investment or a long-term proposition regarding your future in regards to money, also about your creative pursuits, children, and your sporting, if you're into sport and health. This is highlighted here, so you might be really inspired to get fit, and this transit's really quite helpful in your 5th, no less. This is where you're really inspired and looking at the future with a lot of determination. On the 7th, Mars in Capricorn is going to sextile Neptune in Pisces, which is your 7th house. So you and a partner could be getting fit, or you could be connecting or collaborating with other people regarding a creative works that you've been involved with. Also, partners' children, if you don't have children together, could be highlighted here. This could also see you looking at really anchoring into some serious agreements or contracts regarding investments and finance with other people. But again, you're on notice to look at the fine print, because Mercury going into that 7th house can be a little deceptive. On the 13th, we see Mars now ingressing into Aquarius, your 6th house, conjuncting Pluto, setting off a new synodic cycle for Mars and Pluto. So when we have Mars conjuncting Pluto, ingressing into your 6th house of your everyday work, employment, co-workers, health and routine, pets, service to other people, this is where you have the inspiration, drive, and determination to change something up for the future that's more beneficial. So a lot of talk and inspiration going on here on the 13th. So this day is great for jotting things down, writing down your future aspirations in regards to what you'd like to change up and look towards your future regarding those everyday routines and people that you are involved with on a daily basis. On the 27th, Mars is going to square Jupiter in Taurus, your 9th house. So again, we've got this square happening in your from your 6th to your 9th. So a contentious moment here with possibly a philosophical point of view or a spiritual belief that you've been really quite committed to for some time could come into check in regards to your daily work or your physical body. This is where you can feel low in energy or feel like you're being pulled in a lot of different directions on this day. It's a passing transit, so take a deep breath. You're forewarned is forearmed. That's why we look at astrology, to help us navigate the upcoming transits that may be troublesome or give us a feeling of a bit of a bump in the road. But Jupiter square Mars is all about the two big guys coming together in a very contentious point, no less, in your 6th and your 9th house. So if there is legalities involved with your home or your work, this could be a moment where it's highlighted and you need to work through something that's going to release you from feeling like you're jarred. Personal planet Venus is all about our self-worth and value, and Venus has been transiting in Capricorn, your 5th house. So Venus in the 5th is in its joy. Venus loves being in the 5th house. It's more in flow. Things feel more organic when it comes to building your wealth, feeling in flow with children, feeling creative. There could be a lot of lucrative moments in past investments coming back. You could see a return of money. You could also feel that you're partnering up with people on a physical level because it's to do with athletics and sports, so you're really enjoying getting fit. This transit continues, opening up February. On the 7th, Venus is trining Uranus in Taurus, your 9th house. So in a trine aspect, Venus to Uranus sees out of the blue returns of finances, out of the blue relationships coming back, also from international foreign correspondence. So relationships that you've created overseas, internationally, might be highlighted here at this time. So communication coming in, even higher education is lit up here, philosophy as well. So it could be a great time when you really are inspired to learn something, or learn something about a different culture. It could be even as simple as cooking foreign food that you've never considered before or enjoyed doing that. This is when we have a nice moment of changing things up that are quite pleasurable for us when we've got that trine. On the 13th, Venus is sextiling Neptune in Pisces, your 7th house. So Venus and Neptune is fantastic for just being in flow and harmony. Relationships are really going along quite nicely. There almost seems like an ethereal sense of a romance blossoming, or just feeling like you'd like to connect with another person on a romantic level. So I would imagine relationships are quite harmonious for you, Virgo rising, on the 13th. On the 16th, Venus is going to ingress into yes, Aquarius, your 6th house again, conjuncting Pluto. Venus, Pluto is fantastic for a big financial breakthrough regarding work or employment. There could be some relationships that you are starting here that is going to be in your environment for a very long time. Could also see you spending money and investing in yourself and your health, and also work and service is highlighted in the 6th house. So there might be a lot of connections that you're making or starting here in regards to you and other people that is going to affect your workplace or what you do on a daily basis. So Venus and Pluto, no less, are starting a new synodic cycle. So your values and self-worth are transforming and changing, and it's changing up your work routine, employment, and your daily grind. On the 22nd, Venus is conjuncting Mars in Aquarius, your 2nd house. So the two opposites of our solar system, being Venus and Mars, coming together in conjunction in your 6th house, no less, looks auspicious for committing to something for the future. It could be again about your intellectual space is changing. There could be some moments of conflicts as well when Venus and Mars come together. It's like the masculine and the feminine uniting in your 6th house, that sees you moving away from connections regarding a significant aspect of your daily life. Could also see you having a moment with you and employment or employees. Could be starting a new cycle here, or moving away from a long-term contract or a work environment. On the 24th, Venus is squaring Jupiter in Taurus in your 9th house. So again, that square aspect. Venus and Jupiter, for me as an astrologer, is not two planets in a square aspect that is at all detrimental or problemsome. The problem is looking at my work is going along great and I'm making changes. I'm literally kicking goals with my health, what I'm doing, I'm creating, I'm really changing my environment up, and I'm enjoying it. So when we've got a contention between Venus and Jupiter, it's like, what I'm doing every day is really great, but how is it affecting my long-term vision for the future regarding overseas travel, connecting with higher education, academia, my philosophies on life? It looks like two delicious planets in this aspect. Is like, what am I enjoying more? And I'm pushed and pulled in two different directions. So I like this aspect on the 24th, Virgo rising. Cosmic Girl 101 signing off now, Virgo rising. I hope you have a blessed February of 2024, and I will see you in the month of March.